What's up guys, it's Mikenstein, and today we're going to talk about the Asus Vivobook S15 from 2019. So Asus is making a comeback this year. They refreshed the whole design as well as the hardware, and in this video we're going to find out if it's actually worth the upgrade. But before we get into the video, be sure to drop a like and a comment down below so the YouTube algorithm doesn't take a poop on this video. Also, I'll be announcing the winner of last week's giveaway at the end of this video, so keep watching and do not skip. Don't even. Alright, the Asus Vivobook S15 comes with a Core i5 or i7 processor, an NVIDIA MX250 graphics, a 15-inch Full HD display, 8GB of RAM, and a 512GB SSD. That configuration here is going to cost you about $800, which is slightly more expensive than last year's model, which I reviewed before on the channel. But the one thing that's really a massive upgrade to the spec sheet here is the new graphics upgrade. So they added an NVIDIA MX250 to the regular Intel 620, which is definitely better than the graphics on the previous model. Later in this review, we're going to see if that actually does anything to the performance. There's also more storage here. There's a 512GB SSD, so you get twice the storage this time, which is really nice. So let's talk about the design. The S532 is more sleek and has less curvy edges here. Asus also improved the build quality. On the previous model, it was like plastic everywhere except on the lid, but this time they used plastic only on the underside. And just as you would expect from the Vivobook S line, you get some nice color options to choose from. So there's a silver, a pink, and a green. The pink is a new color addition here, so if you're into it, you can check it out. This laptop is also really well built. It feels compact and there's hardly any flex on the keyboard. It's also a lightweight computer, which is one thing I love about Vivobooks. They're just so easy to take around because of how thin and light they are. The keyboard is also nice to use. I haven't had a problem with Asus keyboards, especially on the Vivobook lineup, and this one does not disappoint. It also has backlighting, which is super important to have in like any laptop. If you know you're going to work late into the night, you really have to look out for this. The speakers on this laptop are also decent. They get loud and crisp at moderate levels. Watching movies and listening to music here is a really good experience. And speaking of music, let me tell you a little bit about Licked. Now, if you're a content creator on YouTube and you really want to have access to thousands of popular songs from some of your favorite artists and movies to use on your YouTube videos without having to worry about copyright claims, then you really have to check out Licked. They provide commercial music from real labels for licensing in your YouTube videos, so you can freely use music you love. I just cannot get over how many of my videos have gotten claimed because of copyrighted music, and this really hurts small channels like us. But Licked opens the doors to an unlimited selection of copyright-free music you can use and monetize your videos. Use the link below in the description to get your first song for free. So back to the review. The screen on the Vivobook S15 is great. Again, I had no problems with the screen on the previous model, so it's just as saturated and beautiful to look at. It's still not that bright though, so using this outdoors still sucks because of that matte screen, which is kind of like a 50-50. I mean, I love that it's not glossy and over reflective, but it does mean that it gets dim if you're going to take this outside. But it's not really a problem for me because I personally don't use my laptops outside that much, so it's not really a problem. The performance here is decent. You get 8GB of RAM and a 512GB SSD out the box, and yes, you can upgrade those later if you want. You can spec them out to a 16GB of RAM and up to a terabyte of fast storage, and all that translates to really good performance, so you can definitely game on this laptop. Even with medium to high settings on gaming, it held up pretty well, which is really impressive. For battery life, you can expect at least 5 hours of screen on time, and if you're not so heavy on it, you can actually get up to 7 hours, so it's a really good choice for taking a class and browsing the net, typing documents, without worrying about taking a charger around. So is the Asus Vivobook S15 a good choice for you? Well, if you're coming from something like an Acer Aspire 3, or an HP Pavilion, now this is definitely a nice upgrade. You get a premium build, sleek design, amazing specs, and decent performance. If you're on an even tighter budget, you can definitely go with last year's model, which doesn't have as many features as this one does, but it's about $100 cheaper and it's still a great buy right now. So I hope this video helped. Leave a like if it did, and check out the link below in the description to pick one up right now on Amazon. Oh, and by the way, congrats to the winner of last week's giveaway. Thank you to everyone who participated, and Epic Flips, if this is you and you're watching this video, be sure to send me a DM so I can get this shipped out to you as soon as possible. The link to my store is also down below. I just launched some sick new designs, so be sure to check them out, guys. And remember, every purchase you make helps support my channel so I can keep making these videos. All right, thank you for watching. Again, subscribe if you're new here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.